My name is Arnav Sharma, and today I'm back with the world's best videos. Welcome to video 2 of course 1. So, in the last video, we made this really cool game, just a map, and this is how it looked. So, in this video, we'll be actually making some little changes, and we'll be making a boat that just there's a boat stamped on the screen. So to do this, what I'm going to tell you first is what comment is. So I'm going to come home. So you don't actually have to make your own app. I just want to explain what a comment is. So let's see. If I wrote stamp, I don't know, line. And the computer will go like, okay, I have to stamp a line, so I'll stamp a line. Now, in these cases, you might not use a line. You might not actually use comments. But this is what comments are. So in most languages, except Python, you add slashes. And when it gets this kind of color, this tannish color, you're just going to write whatever you want to write. So I can write... Arnav is so cool. And the computer's gonna just totally ignore it. You can write anything. You can write blah, blah, blah. And the computer's gonna be like, okay, it's a comment. I'll just ignore it. So that's what a comment is. Now, like I was saying, you might not use a comment in this small kind of code. But if I can just kind of like right here, delete this. What if you were coding an app like... now that I found the thing, let me just click on this game. It's the one I made. Okay, let me just mute. Okay, there we go. I muted my game. Now, as you can see, right here, I have hundreds of lines of code. I don't even understand what's going on here. I'm like, this is how I really am feeling right now. I'm like, what in the world is help DSPO? Oh, what about start? What's that? Hey, what's this if save is save? Hey, what's this function tell? I have no idea what that is. Oh, why did stamp this close text? And I made this like a year ago. If I had just put some comments like this function makes the help button. If I just put comments like this, I would know what's going on. But because I didn't, this is what I have. That's why it's important to always keep comments. Always have comments in your game. Because right now, if you had this game, you would be like, what in the world am I playing? Just because I didn't put comments, I don't even remember what this stuff is. So yeah, it's pretty helpful to put comments in your code. So like I said, comments are very helpful, and comment is like a line that computers ignore, but humans can read to know what's happening. And you always start comments with 2 slashes. 1, 2. And when you have this tannish color, you know that your comment is ready to go. Now that you know what comments are, let me show you another kind of comment. Check this out. Now this is a comment I told you about. What about this one? Have you ever seen this kind of comment? Now, there's not much difference between these two, but there is one. Now, if you are using // then you can only comment out one line. And that's good if you want to comment out only one line. But sometimes you need to comment out multiple lines. That's when you use this kind of comment. It starts with /start, telling it that the comment is starting, and / to end it. So you kind of get it? So when we have this kind of comment, what we're saying is, as soon as we write the two letters / and start, comment out everything underneath it and itself. Then, when we write start and /, I want you to stop comment, end this comment. It's ending this comment. So, with this, you can comment out multiple lines. And as soon as you press enter, you get a star telling you that this line is part of this comment. So, it's saying that this line is part of this comment. That's why it's a star, telling you that it's a comment. But if you try it like this, like star GGG, then it doesn't work. So I just wanted to show you that, because I think it's pretty cool to know two different kinds of comments and know how they both work. Anyways, that's why comments are important. Now, let's go to our game, and let's just add some comments. The first thing I'm going to do before I add a comment, I want to add a function. A function is like a pack of what to do. So, even better, if I want to explain it, what I do is I'm just going to make a new app again. A function is like this, you're right. Function and then something. So I can just like go _ to _ school. Now, pretend that I have a robot that needs to go to the school, robot school, and every day I have to tell him a set of instructions, like this. Wake up. Wake. So I can just comment this. Actually, I'm going to use this kind of comment. This means that it's going to comment everything until you put this kind of mark in it. This kind of mark. So now, if I wrote go to school, wake up. So first I'm going to tell the robot wake up. Then I'm going to tell the robot shower. Then I'm going to tell the robot eat breakfast. And then finally I'm going to tell the robot go out to robot school. Now I'm going to be fine with all these instructions for like a couple of days, but then I'm going to be like, oh my god, this is so boring. So what you can do, and pretend like I'm just like that. So what I'll do is, just a second, I'll just Control X this, and I'm going to make a function called go to school. I'm going to program into robot, and I'm going to put all those directions in there. So now, whenever I say, okay, robot, go to school, the robot's going to be like, okay, to go to school, I have to wake up, shower, eat breakfast, and then go out to robot school. So I used a comment in this, and I used a function to explain to you. So I can just delete this. And now that you know what comments and functions are, I think we can start using them. So I'll go to home, I'll go to our game. Now, I'm going to come right here. First, I'm going to enter that. Then right here, I'm right. Function make _ map. So make that function, and then go to the next step. Okay, now we put this kind of mark, another backspace down, come right here, enter, and bam. Now we're gonna take all the stuff we wrote and we're gonna give it a tab. Then we're gonna come right here, enter, and we're gonna write make underscore map, and then do that, and there we go. So do that and then come back for the next step. Okay, you might see that it didn't make a difference, but if I comment out this line like this, look what happens. The whole screen goes blank. That's because with this line we call the function, but without this line it doesn't call the function. So that means all this stuff isn't ever going to happen until you call the function. And now there we go. So to stamp the boat, I'm going to make another function, and I'm going to call it boat make. Now I'm going to just enter and write function. Oh, before that, let's just add a comment. Make the map. And then we'll just call the darting functions. Then I'm going to come right here and finally I'm going to write function boat make. There we go. And do the steps and come back. Okay, now we just enter that again, and right here we're going to write another comment. Make the boat stuff. So what I want the boat to be like is there's going to be a little boat right here, and then it's going to be moving around. So the boat's actually going to be a game. So when you click the boat, a game comes up. Now, just to make it a little fun, I thought that if we made the boat move, then it will be harder to catch it, and it will be like there's a game on the map. So that's what I thought to do. So first of all, we're gonna have to choose a boat. We're gonna go to stamps, and instead of surf, we'll write boat. And I'll come up for these boats. I actually want to use boat 4 because I kind of like the bluish color. So I'm going to come right here and enter and write. Now we're going to need to give this boat a name. So we're going to write boat is equal to stamp boat 4. Now we need some kind of coordinates. So the coordinates I'm going to use is -100. Actually, I'm just going to try like this. Now, this stamp's a really big boat. So first I'm going to set the size to 150. That should make it small enough. Okay, there. Now the X and Y I'm going to set -100, come space. And the Y I actually want it to be at 902. And you'll see why in a minute. There. Now you might be like, okay, what happened? I can see the boat. You didn't make a error. All you did was make it go out of the tablet. So the boat's still like around right here, but we can't see it because it's like right here, like I said again. So what you want to do to like see if it works, you can change this to something like 70, And then it should bring up a boat right like in the corner right here. And then once you're done testing out these numbers to see if your boat actually came up, you can set it back to -1. Do that step and then then come back. Okay, so now to stamp this boat, I want to make a variable. Now you're gonna be like, what's a variable? So let's just save all the stuff. And I'm gonna come to this new app. A variable is something that stores stuff. So let's write stamp. I'll use the apple this time. The lion kind of scared me out. Now let's see. I don't set a size for my apple. So I'll set it to 10. And then if you play it, it'll show a little apple like right over here. Now what if you want to change that number? You have hundreds and hundreds of lines and you want to change that number. Now you're not going to go look at that line. Or what if you want to make a moving command? So you're not going to go to that line and find that certain line and then change it. What you could do is come right here and make a variable. So to make a variable, you can write var. You don't have to write var in this box, but you should. Alright, var apple underscore size equal to 10. Now, you might notice nothing happened. So, let's set this to 100. Now, the apple changed size, but we made a variable. So, you can backspace that. And I'm actually not going to use var. It's kind of confusing. You actually have to write the name of the variable right here. So, apple underscore size. Now, if you test it out, and then you can just check, use different numbers, 100, and it grew. Let's see, 175, and it grew again. So that's how you use variables. So you can just delete the sign of code. So we're gonna go back to our program, map games, and we're gonna make a variable called boat underscore x, and it's equal to -100. Boat underscore y is equal to 902. Remember, you don't have to use these numbers. You can use your own, but this is what I'm going to use. And finally, boat underscore size is equal to 150. Now, you don't have to actually write these variables because when we move this boat, BITSBOX has a move command that doesn't need any variables, but they're a little handy in changing coordinates later on. So make these variables and then come back for the next. Okay, so we're going to change all these numbers to our variables. So -100 to boat underscore x, boat underscore y, and finally boat underscore size. Do that and then come back for the next step. Okay, so we made all these variables. They do make a difference. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right here, enter that, and I'm going to write, and put the variable that says, make the boats variables, and enter stamp and parentheses, and right here we're going to write draw. To tell the people we mean draw, stamp the boat. You don't have to add a period there. And there we go. We're all done with this step. Come back for the next step. Okay, now we're done. I'm gonna actually just change one thing. I'm gonna come right here and I'm gonna add a size to this. 120. Now, it didn't actually make any difference, but now we can actually see the whole map. So I can save this icon. Oops, save this icon. If you press play again and then click home, there we go. Map games is all set up. So this is all we're going to do for this video. In the next video, we'll actually be making the boat move from right to left. And in the other videos, we'll be doing more stuff like adding labels and actually making games. And just so you know, if you want to actually make your own games to add to them, you can. And if you don't know how to program games, or you don't want to program so big games, you can check out my other videos, and where I teach you about BITSBOX, how to use it, and also I tell you how to make games. So that's that. See you in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Arnav Sharma signing out.